The United Nations Security Council approved a resolution on Gaza after a vote on Wednesday, November 15. The resolution calls for urgent and broad humanitarian pauses and corridors throughout the Gaza Strip for a sufficient number of days to allow, in accordance with international humanitarian law, full, rapid, safe, and unimpeded humanitarian access for United Nations agencies and their implementing partners. Additionally, it advocates for the immediate and unconditional release of all hostages held in Gaza by Hamas, especially children. Malta led the drafting of the resolution, with support from the 22-member Arab group, including the United Arab Emirates, an elected member of the UN Security Council. The vote was approved by 12 of the 15 council members, with abstentions from the United Kingdom and Russia, and a veto from the United States. To provide context, about a month ago, the United States vetoed a resolution in the UN Security Council calling for a humanitarian pause in Gaza. Proposed by Brazil, the resolution condemned Hamas attacks in Israel on October 7, calling for the release of captured hostages and urging all parties to respect international law, while protecting civilian lives in Gaza during Israeli airstrikes. Following the vote, U.S. Ambassador to the UN Linda Thomas-Greenfield stated that the U.S. sought more time to allow American diplomacy on the ground to take action. Despite being the most powerful organ of the UN, the Security Council often faces challenges due to the veto power held by each of its 5 permanent members. In the case of the October resolution, 12 out of 15 members approved the proposal, with the UK and Russia abstaining and the US vetoing. The situation remains tense, with Israel reporting an operation at Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza, claiming to have found Hamas military equipment. Hamas health authorities deny the allegations, but Israel maintains its position. Fights in northern Gaza persist, with Israel attacking areas near Beit Lahia and Jabalia on Wednesday night. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant declared that Hamas lost control of northern Gaza, including Gaza City. The situation is complex, with the Israel Defense Forces facing ambushes from Hamas and contested areas. International pressure on Israel increases to prove the allegations and justify its military decisions to avoid implications in international humanitarian law. So far, there is no independent confirmation of Israel's claims regarding the military use of the hospital. The United States maintains its position that Israel should not attack hospitals in Gaza and that civilians should be protected, avoiding crossfire. National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby reiterated that the U.S. did not approve the specific operation around Al-Shifa Hospital or any Israeli military plans. In the broader context, the future of the Gaza Strip remains uncertain, depending on various factors, including the resolution of the current conflict. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken suggested the possibility of a restructured Palestinian Authority or even the involvement of a multinational force to handle security after the withdrawal of troops. However, these proposals face resistance, making the unfolding of this geopolitical plot an uncertainty that everyone is eager to see unfold.